So one of the things that I am very much aware of is that when we look at dieting, one of the biggest challenges that we face is that we want to be able to eat what we want to be able to eat, and we still want to be able to lose weight. That's like the holy grail of things, isn't it? So anything that gives you a list of foods that you have to eat or a list of foods that you can't eat, all of a sudden throws us into that sort of diet mentality, that feeling as though we're now not able to have the things that we want to be able to have. So let's just take a second to think about what options you do have available to you. So one of the reasons that so many people, and I'm talking millions of people, choose calorie counting is because of the flexibility it gives us. So whereas on other plans you may have to have certain shakes that you've got to have, you may have to have certain elements that you're supposed to have every day, you may have a restriction of some foods that you can't have because they fall outside of the limits you've been given every day. With calories, it's quite simple. You get to choose within the limits that you've got how you use them. So fundamentally, if you decided that you just wanted to eat donuts for the day, you could. Like, it's not perhaps your best weight loss plan, but it could work. As long as you stay within your calories, you'd still have a calorie deficit. Like, it's not the healthiest way to go, and I'm sure your body wouldn't necessarily thank you for it if you kept doing it on repeat, and you certainly wouldn't get very many of them, and you wouldn't feel full all day, but you still have the choice. And actually, what makes what we do at Busy Bitch Diet and calorie controlled kind of calorie counting elements so good is that you get to take back completely the control on what you decide to do. So how you split your calories up over the course of the day. So whether you choose not to have breakfast or to have breakfast, it's your choice. Whether you choose to have a big lunch or a small one, it's your choice. Whether you choose to save most of your calories for later in the evening and have a takeaway, that's your choice. Whether you want to cook everything from scratch or whether you want to be able to have the freedom to choose stuff from the freezer and a microwave meal now and again, it's your choice. And I think that's the biggest thing to factor in when you're looking at choosing whatever plan is going to be right for you. And there are dozens on the market to be able to choose from. The key thought you have to be able to look at is it going to be sustainable? Because if you are cutting out all the things that you love, all the things that make your life at home easier, then is it going to be sustainable? Because the moment that someone tells you can't have something is the moment you desperately want it. And then you get into that position where you're like that, oh, do you know what? There is that moment where you just like that, stuff it. Now that's it, game over. I'm not playing anymore. I'm just going to eat what I want. What if you were factoring in some of those things from the very beginning? What if you didn't feel like you were necessarily being restricted? What if you could have burgers, pizza, curry, Chinese? What else have I seen kind of our members doing? A tin of soup. I've seen a toasted sandwich today. So many things that make us happy. Normal food that we enjoy, that they are then perhaps making an occasional tweak here or there. I'm not going to lie, like you can't just have absolutely everything you want and lose weight, but you can find ways of having these things and still losing weight. Whether that's the pizzas from M&S that are around 400 calories or some of them even less, whether that is choosing lower fat burgers that are lower in calories for you, whether that's choosing things like the McCain naked chips because they're 135 calories for 100 grams of them. So you can have proper frozen chips as opposed to just chopping up a potato and pretending it looks like the chips that you get that are frozen. I know they're both made of potatoes before anyone comments. But there's just something different about them, isn't there? So you can choose how you do that, whether you want to cook everything from scratch as you're doing now, or whether you want to be able to have the flexibility to do other things too. The key comes down to, if you want to be able to still eat the foods that you love and lose weight, you have to find a plan that enables you to do that. And for me, having tried many, many different things over the years, what I can promise you is that calorie counting gives you that flexibility. And the Busy Bitch Diet, one of the things we're super keen on is giving you those strategies, that support, that complete kind of shame and guilt free, no judgment. Whatever you're doing, if it fits within your calories, crack on. That's the support we want. That's the position you want to be in. And you want to be able to fall in love with the food that you're having and still lose weight. So is it possible to eat the things that you love and still lose weight? Absolutely. It's choosing the plan that enables you to do that.